and 9 Now.
Welcome back. Australia's High Commissioner to the UK, Stephen Smith, has sparked controversy this morning by signalling to organisers he'll snub an upcoming Australia Day event in London. Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Independent MP Monique Ryan from Melbourne and Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor from Goulburn in New South Wales. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for being with us this Friday. Angus, let's start with you. Stephen Smith, he's spoken about sensitivities surrounding and celebrating this day before. Peter Dutton's calling on the Commissioner to get on the next plane home. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's completely unacceptable. Australia Day is the day we celebrate our nation, our history, warts and all. There are warts, but mostly it's a very proud history. And he is the ambassador to the UK from Australia. It's his job to get out there and celebrate our great nation. Anthony Albanese should get on the phone and tell him this is part of the job. It's completely unacceptable.
Yeah, it's been going for nearly 20 years, this particular event in London. But look, either way you look at it, there are sensitivities, especially for our first Australians. Monique, where do you stand on this?
Well, I'm not sure why Stephen Smith has decided not to attend this event. It is true that there are sensitivities around Australia Day, and every year we seem to have these sorts of arguments and people get into culture wars about it. It should probably prompt some discussion about switching the date, in my view, but it is Australia Day for the moment, and I think that if he can, the Australian High Commissioner to London should attend official events around it at this point.
Yeah, it attracts some big names. We've had Kylie Minogue there before, Delta Goodrem, Natalie Imbruglia. We shall see what happens on that front. But in other news, Anthony Albanese has revealed he's going all the way, vowing to serve a full term as PM if re-elected in the upcoming election. Could be sooner rather than later. Now, this follows the PM's push to extend fixed parliamentary terms from 3 years to 4 to promote greater political stability, apparently. Monique, what do you think about this, especially with Albo splashing $4.3 million on a beachside home? Retirement, perhaps?
I think we're all sick of election timing speculation already, and it's going to keep going. It's on the agenda for the next few weeks or months, and we'd all love to know when the election is. I actually personally am in favour of fixed terms because I think this sort of conjecture and uncertainty is unhelpful for people who want to understand the timing of the election and how it's going to affect our economy and government policy this year. I do think also, though, that when a Prime Minister or an opposition leader stands for election, they should be proposing to stand for the whole term. And I have a bit of an issue with the suggestion that there could be a succession plan for whoever it is leads the party to the election. People are voting for a leader of a party, and they should have the confidence in the expectation that those people will lead for the length of the term. Yeah,
Angus, what do you think? 4 years?
Well, Australia can't afford another 3 years of Anthony Albanese, let alone another 4 years, Alex. But I think his colleagues aren't as convinced that he's going to go the full distance as he seems to be. I should note, however, I said that we can't afford another 3 years of Anthony Albanese. In the same interview, he showed he completely misunderstood the Reserve Bank and said they don't focus on underlying inflation. That's what they focus on, and it just demonstrates to us that this is a guy who simply doesn't understand the economy, and if you don't understand it, you can't run it.
I had a feeling you might say that, Angus. And the countdown to the Australian Open, it's officially begun. This is exciting, guys. My goodness gracious. Excitement in Melbourne especially, Monique. It comes amidst uncertainty surrounding Nick Kyrgios's participation, really, due to a fresh injury scare. What are your thoughts, Monique? It's such a great time, isn't it, to be in Melbourne for the next couple of weeks at least?
It really is, and as the member for Kooyong, I'm very invested in the tennis. My family is looking forward to getting there next week. We're particularly looking forward to seeing how the Damon performs. I think he's our great hope. Hope Nick Kyrgios does well as well, but we're behind the Damon 100%.
Nice. Come on, the Damon. What about yourself, Angus? Who are you keeping a close eye on? An Aussie player, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a tough draw, but the thing you know about the Australians is they'll always give it a red-hot go, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So this will be a festival of tennis. I've been watching it since I was a kid. My mother was a fanatical tennis player, and I have always played a little bit, not well. But what a great event it always is, and it will be this year, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, it's one of those great sports where it's so accessible to everyone. Nick Kyrgios has got Jacob Fernley first up, so he'll be able to ease himself into the tournament with those injuries he's carrying, which is a good thing. Hey, guys, got to go. Thank you so much for being with us and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks.
Good to be with you.
Jane.